First thing you want to do if you don't have your own footage is click the link down in the description to download the free clip that I'm going to be using in today's tutorial. Huge shout out to my friend Patrick for providing the footage. Make sure to support him as well and give him a big thank you. Now, open up Davinci Resolve. Let's get started. What you're going to learn in today's video is going to apply to the effect of the floor grid or the cracking of the ground. You'll be able to do both of those effects with what you'll learn in today's video. On your clip, what you want to do is find the place that you want to do the effect. I'm going to come over here to the color page and add a quick color grade to it. So I'm going to add a few nodes. On the last node, I'm going to come up here to my LUTs and select one of my personal favorites, which is my Phenomenal X5 from my most recent LUT pack. On the first node, I'm going to make some basic corrections just to kind of brighten up the image and also add a little bit of saturation. I'm also going to bring up the shadows just a little bit and turn down the LUT to about 60%. I'm going to hop back to the edit page, and you want to duplicate this clip and then disable it. Right click on the original clip and select New Fusion Clip, then select Fusion. Hold down Shift and press spacebar and type in Camera and select Camera Tracker. Click on Preview Auto Track Locations and then turn on Bidirectional Tracking. Then select Auto Track. Click on the Solve tab. Then select Solve. We have an error of 1.5 pixels, and I like to get under 1 pixel, so what I'm going to do is come through and select all the red tracks and delete them. I'm going to scrub through the footage and find other red tracking markers and continue to delete them. Then I'm going to select Solve again. Now we have an average solve error under 1 pixel. So I like that, sounds good. Let's go ahead and select the export option and select Export. It creates a new node tree, so go ahead and delete the old camera tracker node. Disconnect the media in one from the media out and connect the camera tracker to the media out node. Click on the ground plane and let's just do a quick adjustment and make sure it is level with the ground. Okay, go ahead and delete the point cloud and the ground plane. Select the Merge 3D and add an image plane. Click on the image plane, come up here to the right-hand side under the transform, and go ahead and make it flush with the ground by using the translation and rotation adjustments. Then adjust the size, and I'm going to type in 20. And then I'm going to scale it back until I'm happy with it basically covering the entire ground. Now what we have to do is find an image or a video that's going to look really cool on the ground. So what I use is this website called Envato Elements. I go under Stock Video, select Motion Graphics. I'm going to type in Crack Alpha. And here you'll see 6 display surface cracking elements or assets. And I'm going to download it. By the way, if you guys didn't know this, you can make a monthly or annual subscription. You can click the link down in the description. The site is badass. If you want to use the honeycomb, you can just type in honeycomb and scroll down and you will find the honeycomb that I used in the intro. Once you've downloaded it, you can drag it into your media pool or you can drag the clip into your node tree viewer here. Here I have one of the crack assets and I'm going to drag it into the node tree window and connect it to the image plane. Now there's a few ways to do this, but what I like to do is hold down Shift and press spacebar and add a luma keyer in between the crack and the image plane. I'm going to rename this real quick. And I'm going to drag this to about midway just to see the crack in its full form and click on the luma keyer, invert it, and I'm going to drag the high point down until the gray kind of disappears. I'm also going to click on the crack alpha since there is some time in between the start of the effect, and I'm going to trim up just a few frames here. So it starts about 5 frames in on the clip. I'm going to scrub to the beginning of the clip and see where it starts. Perfect. Then I'm going to click on the image plane and change the orientation so it's under the car when it starts to crack. Then what you want to do is copy and paste the media in one, which is the car. Paste it over here. Hold down Shift and press spacebar and type in magic. Select the magic mask. Select better on the right-hand side under the inspector and select the car. Then select the arrows going left and right to track forward and backward all the way through the clip. So once you've done that, the car should be tracked throughout the entire clip. Then go ahead and add a merge node in between the camera tracker and the media out, because what we want to do is sandwich that top layer of the masked out car on top of everything. Then add the magic mask to the merge. And once you do that, you can see that the crack doesn't go over the car wheels. It keeps it nice and clean looking. Then if you want to add fire or smoke around the car, you can go back to Envato and select under the motion graphics. You can type in explosion and you can find stuff that you really like. You can find alphas, you can find all kinds of things. So in order to add some smoke in here, what you can do is click on the Merge 3D, add another image plane, change the orientation so it matches up with the car. So I'm going to add some adjustments here and just kind of get it lined up with the angle of the car. I'm going to adjust it so it's a little bit bigger. Also adjust the Z axis so it's flush with the bottom of the car and the ground. Drag in the alpha clip and connect it to that image plane. And for example, I just put in some fire behind it. And if you want, you can turn up the size. You can position it behind the car however you want. Now let's come back to the edit tab. So let's go ahead and re-able that clip that we had in the very beginning with no effects on it. I'm going to move this clip up just like so. And I'm going to right click on it, select new fusion clip, click on fusion, hold down shift and press spacebar, type in magic mask. Go ahead and draw over the car just to get a quick mask and track back and forth. Hold down shift and press spacebar and type in background, and then turn the alpha of the background down. Come back to your edit tab. With that top clip selected, come up here to clip and select freeze frame. Now go ahead and move that freeze frame over a few frames. Now there's a few ways you can do this, but if you want to come up to the effects and go under the video transitions and type in push, you can drag push on top of this clip. Drag it to the cut point. Go ahead and trim that clip down to the cut point and click on that transition, and let's go ahead and push right instead of left. It brings in that clip and it ends up matching up perfectly with the next clip. Then in order to get that smash hit kind of effect, come up here to your media pool and select effects. Drag an adjustment clip on the top of where that next clip starts. And then you'll have to actually download a pack that I have shown in previous videos. But if you go under video templates, select Davinci Resolve and type in hits, you'll find all kinds of awesome rumble hit effects and stuff. So go ahead and download one of those packs. So once you've done that and installed it, go ahead and go under your effects and select one of the action hit effects or the shake extremes, whatever works. I'm going to use action hit effects and I'm going to use a shake effect. I'm going to drag it on top of that clip. And I'm going to trim that adjustment clip down so it's nice and short. And one last thing just to keep in mind is to make sure that the floor grid or the effect that you do matches up with the floor over here. So you may have to make some little adjustments with the image plane of the cracked alpha or the floor grid. So as you can see here on the right-hand side, it doesn't match up perfectly. So go ahead and make the adjustments so it does match up. And that is how you create this effect. And then if you really want, you can add my secret sauce. If you guys haven't seen this video, it's going to take this effect or any other effect to the next level. I promise that. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.